For this week's Sports Star Spotlight, we're heading to IMG Academy. The list of professional athletes who trained at this giant campus in Bradenton, Florida, continues to grow. The boys' basketball program has certainly contributed its fair share. IMG has seen 19 players drafted into the NBA, including two-time National College Player of the Year, Zach Edey.
If you want to get better at your respective sport, this is the place. My wife likes to say this place is Disneyland for athletes. It has everything that you possibly could want. It's a great prep for what the next level is. And we've been fortunate enough to have a lot of kids that have come through here, and when they've gone on to the next level, they've played first.
Darius Acuff Jr. could see his name on this wall someday. He moved here from Detroit before his junior season.
It was tough, but, my parents always took care of me, made sure I had everything I needed, kept me out of the certain stuff. And, I grew up in a good household, family full of basketball players, so that's kind of where it came from.
While both of his parents have been supportive of his NBA dreams, Darius is especially close with his father, Darius Sr., who coached him for most of his grade school days.
It was fun. My dad was my coach, so I was able to play, a little free. So I was out there having fun and playing basketball with my friends. It was just a fun time. We was just doing what we want, winning. So that made it even more fun. And my dad made me play the point. I always played up with my homeboys and stuff. I was 7 playing up 12U. So when I come in, it was just about bringing the ball, don't get the ball took from me. I had to learn that type of stuff. So I feel like that developed me into being a true point guard. Like the quarterback of the team, take control on the floor. You just do what you need to do to get your team points. Just being a leader on the floor. The game is in your hands. So that's what I want as a player. So
Darius has had several relatives play basketball, including his uncle Rashad Phillips, who was an outstanding college player at Detroit Mercy. Phillips was actually coaching at IMG a few years ago, so the current staff knows him well. What they didn't know was how talented his nephew was until they saw Darius playing in the summer a couple of years ago.
We had seen him play in an event that wasn't sanctioned, and we called his uncle and we're like, dude, what are we doing? Just things I noticed about him that I love is that obviously he can score. He was strong. And of all the point guards in that class, in my view, he was the best passer. That's what I found that I don't think a lot of people really focus on as much with Darius, because he scores, which is something he can do, but he also can put guys in position to be successful.
Darius's ability on the basketball court comes naturally to him, but it takes a little more to go from a good high school player to an elite college prospect. For Darius, that starts with focusing on the little day-to-day things that can help him maximize what his body can do, things that he really didn't do a lot growing up. IMG is an ideal place to fine-tune that focus. So in the summer of 2023, Darius decided to get out of his comfort zone and make the move to Florida.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. I never been to something like this before. I never had to live on campus. But it was hard first couple months, but once I got comfortable, I was kind of used to it. So it's been good ever since.
I think when it comes to basketball, Darius is elite, right? He's really good at getting in the gym and getting his work in. He's been good in the weight room, go to school, amazing. When it was how do we distribute your time equally in terms of when we get down to mental, or when you walk off a plane, as opposed to grabbing maybe hot Cheetos, you're grabbing, an apple. And it's growth in terms of that mindset. He started to understand that how you do anything is how you do everything, and consistently has gotten better from where it was. He's not the only one. Everybody that comes here, it hits you in the face when you first walk in the door. It's a lot to take in. He has, from where he was to where he is now, is exponentially better. He still has a ways to go in order to continue along the path.
Darius is far from a finished product, but the results so far are pretty impressive. He's a 5-star prospect. Many scouts consider him the #1 point guard in the 2025 class, and he's committed to the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Yeah, it's a great feeling for sure. Where I come from, we don't really, see too much of that. So doing that is a great feeling for my family and the city. So it's good.
The high rankings, scholarship offers, and other accolades do not represent any kind of finish line for Darius. It's all just another step in the process, a process that he understands much better than he did 2 years ago. He knows there are a lot of steps still to go, but he's willing to take as many as he needs to reach his ultimate goals.
I think if he continues to look at some of the guys that we've had that have come before him and how they've gone about their business, and he's probably more talented in terms of what he has to offer, but he can take it to the next level for sure, and he can be a star there, and he can go to the next level above that. Like I said, from beginning to now, so much better. If he continues along the path in which he's on right now, the sky's the limit.
Definitely make it to the NBA. I feel like that's everybody's main goal that play basketball. That's definitely my main goal. That's always been the main goal for me and my family. I just want to be the first one to do it. It'll mean a lot. Not too many of us make it. You don't see a lot of players from Detroit in the NBA. You know, like I said, for the city and for my family, it'll be a great thing to represent that. And coming back for the kids, all that stuff. So it'll be a great feeling.